Hello everybody, this is Fi, and I'm trying out some Reddit Feedback Friday games. First up here is Blastercrafts. I got the game page open here. I'm just going to read what's written here real quick. So this is Blastercrafts is a shoot 'em up action game still in development. This is an alpha version of the game. Controls left A or left arrow, right D or right arrow, right. I get it. Fire is control or X. Bomb is alt or C. And pause is escape. So it looks like we have X and C. If we're going to use the arrow keys, or Alt escape, or Alt or C, sorry. Wait, I'm getting mixed up here. Alt or Control if we're going to use WASD. Interesting choices. Yeah, I might recommend doing something like JKL with the WASD. Instead of Alt and Control, because those Alt and Control are spaced pretty far apart, so you kind of have to reach to hit them both. Nonetheless, I think we're going to try with arrow keys and X and C here. So we've got the game open here. I haven't actually seen anything in the game yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of this overlay. See if there's an option. I guess the mouse doesn't work. So I think I can kind of see there's a highlighted option. The highlight is barely brighter than the non-highlighted text here, so I would recommend making that clearer. Let's see, enter key. Let's try the X key. C, click on the window. Maybe there's no options menu implemented yet. Try start. Oh, alright, we started. Oh, okay. So we've got... It's actually extremely loud. I'm gonna have to just tweak the audio level here a bit. So hopefully that's not too loud in the recording. I don't know what it sounds like exactly, but yeah, it seems very loud. You could definitely lower that a bit. See if this works now. X, enter. Alright. Alright, so X is to shoot, C is bomb. I don't want to use that unnecessarily. So we're stuck moving forward, it appears, and we got sort of tank controls. I see there's a lot of screen shake with every shot, which is kind of interesting. It's probably a little excessive. I think we're just... Can we speed up and slow down? Alright, I don't know what's going on here. When I press up or down, I notice that the little battery icon at the top of the screen is kind of going down. So what did the game page say? Speed boost is up, slow down is down. So I don't know why slowing down would take battery. I'm gonna go ahead and... Did I select no on accident there? Yeah, for some reason slowing down takes battery as well. Seems a little peculiar. It is a little hard to aim. I think because the bullets are so slow. So it's kind of like when you try and aim at somebody, they might not be there by the time that... Also, because the rate of fire is a little slow, so if you just hold it down, it might take a second before bullet comes out in the direction you're facing. So those are both things to consider for balancing the game, I think. You definitely want the player to feel like what they want to do is being expressed in the gameplay. I just totally ate that bullet. Well, I forgot that you can change speed here. I should have sped up there. That's what I wanted to do. We have some kind of ammunition at the top there, looks like. I'm noticing the speeding up and slowing down is very slight. It's like if I didn't read on the game page that that's what you're doing, I probably wouldn't even realize that you can speed up and slow down because it's barely noticeable. Ooh, that was a little odd. I think the hitbox was kind of not quite what I was expecting there. This again is very loud. I'm turning my volume down here. I'll try turning it down on the capture a little more. So again, it's hard to see which is selected. But yeah, definitely be very careful about your hitboxes for a shmup. Oh, I'm also noticing you have a little bit of a random variation in your shots. Seems kind of questionable just because of the kind of the nature of the game, kind of how much you have to go through to get your ship lined up in the first place for your shots to kind of not be true. Would be something I would consider changing. I don't really see a reason to. Did I run out of ammo? I was holding the shot button, but I didn't shoot there for a second. That was confusing to me. Don't know what happened there. I think I was talking about the hitboxes. You definitely want to be careful in a shmup with your hitboxes. I always recommend making them significantly smaller than the actual sprites. Oops, I just totally ate that. Apparently the X-shaped guys spit bullets when they blow up. Oh, I thought it would be like oriented a specific way, but it was oriented a different way than I expected. It was kind of weird because I thought I was going to be like matching the sprite, the visual shape of the sprite, but the bullets came out in kind of different directions than I expected. Let's see what happens with this one. Yeah, see, that's kind of odd. Now I'm shooting. Okay, alright, so touching the edges of the screen is quite unforgiving, apparently. Considering how tight, or how... Sorry, I had to move my mouse off the screen. You can only turn so fast, so like if you have to squeeze around somewhere and you touch the edge of the screen, that can be pretty frustrating. So it does seem like there's... Apparently I had missiles at some point. I guess the bullets are kind of ammo. The little coin things are not. Oh, they're probably, I guess in the top right there, it's some kind of score thing. I'm not really finding it much of a use for the speed changes at this point. Maybe I should be more considerate of that. Oh, see, that was it seemed very unforgiving in terms of the hitbox. So I would definitely consider taking another look at those. Totally ate those. I think on the top left is my armor, and I'm apparently only at 1 now, after eating like 2 bullets at the same time. Which is another problem with having a big hitbox on the player, is that like if you mess up once and you run into 3 bullets at the same time and you have like 3 health or something, you just die. It's from one mistake, so that's very unforgiving. Kind of in the, shmups are supposed to be unforgiving, but that's you gotta be very careful about how you make them unforgiving, so that's another consideration. Not sure if there's much else to see from one of our... I obviously haven't survived for very long at this point. No, I guess I want to get this thing, whatever this is. Oh, that's nice. Does that hurt enemies? It's fun. Except the way it rotates likes to kind of miss enemies. So apparently, if I'm going to the right and I'm on top of someone, it's easier to hit. Because of the way it's rotating. So it might be nice if there's a button to press that you could change the direction of the rotation. Alright, see, I just pressed X there and nothing came out, so I'm not sure why once in a while when I try and shoot, it just doesn't happen. I'm not sure what's going on. can't say I particularly like the screen shake. I don't think it really adds much. Seems a little bit much. Do I get some missiles, it looks like? Ooh. And yeah, with the higher rate of fire, it just makes the screen shake even worse. I generally only recommend using screen shake sparingly. It's not that screen shake is bad, but by using it sparingly, it kind of emphasizes it more. And I mean, screen shake can be bad, of course, if you use it too much. It's just annoying, or it obstructs the game or whatever. Yeah, by using it sparingly, it kind of creates impactful moments instead of it just being all the time sort of thing, where it just doesn't have any impact at that point. Because you just get used to it. I wonder what that was. Oh, I guess some missiles? Ooh, those are pretty cool, actually. I don't know about where they're going. It seems a little confusing. Oh, I did run out of ammo. That's not very fun. What do you do then? Hit the bomb? Oh, the bomb cleared all the ammo and stuff on the ground. Well, that's unkind. So what are you supposed to do when you run out? You just... What do you do? No one's shooting at me. I don't know what's up with that. Are there supposed to be bullets or something? I don't know. Any case, yeah, so interesting game. I mostly mentioned my thoughts as I came across them. I don't particularly care for the controls in this sort of thing. I mean, it's functional, but I think it's difficult to make a game that controls like this very fun. You're kind of locked into sort of thing where you don't have a lot of flexibility and options that you can kind of do with this sort of control scheme. So I definitely recommend, you know, even if not necessarily for this particular game, but just in the future, you know, trying different control schemes. I think there's a lot more possibilities with different control schemes. But as for what is here right now, yeah, I think just number of things I mentioned, I don't like going off the screen and dying. I think that that's a little too restrictive, and yeah, so from that, I think it's just sort of the overall design is a little bit backed into a corner in that sense. You're just kind of turning left and right, and that's most of the game. So with some different choices, I think you could kind of unlock a lot more potential. So that would be my biggest feedback, I suppose. And hopefully this video was useful, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.